Hello everyone, it's your boy Minato here, and I'm bringing you back with another Dokkan video. So today I have an interesting topic. I just kind of want to talk about kind of the misunderstanding that people have with certain units. Two particular units I want to highlight in this video right here. But there's a lot of times where people look at some passives of a unit and feel like if they don't have the full thing active for the units, then they're not good or they're bad or they absolutely need that section of the unit. And it's always been misconstrued, or kind of like where people feel like certain units, I feel like you could see that way. For example, if you look at one particular unit that I feel like came out recently that's exactly like that, would be a unit like this guy, Intakabe. He's pretty terrible, even on the full team that's built around him. But there are units that need like this. He needs Vegeta on the team / on rotation. Then he needs a full Universe Survival Saga team. And it's like stuff like this where it's too restrictive. I definitely do understand it. However, then we actually get to the actual good units, such as Tech Hit here. So there is this part of Tech Hit's passive right here. The very first section. Attacking defense plus 20% per Universe 6 category ally attacking within the same turn. So what this means is obviously he can get up to an additional 60% attacking defense, including himself, because he is a Universe 6 category ally, so that does include himself. People see types of passives like this where it's like, like a solid buff, nothing too major, and they feel like the unit needs this buff desperately in order to actually be usable and runnable. And that's definitely not the case. This Tech Hit, for example, is an extraordinary unit. He literally gets 160% attacking defense on super attack. He's stunned, he debuffs, he does a lot of things. He does not need two other Universe 6 category allies in the same turn. Maybe for this you can make the argument about, but like again, he doesn't need these things to be good. These are like cherry on tops. The reason why I feel like people don't understand for some reason, I'm gonna explain it. That he has as part of his passive is basically, as you can obviously tell, he is the Universe 6 category leader of Key 4 and 170% HP attacking defense. So very, very good leader skill. For the Universe 6 team specifically. If you look here, most of the Universe 6 category units that are relevant nowadays, such as even this LR Kale and Caulifla, this new Dokkan Fesco and Caulifla, Kale, this Cabe is pretty good, Kefla, this Kale right here, this Caulifla is pretty good as well, this Cabe is really good. You could tell there's a very, very heavy Saiyan core in this team. And for example, let's go ahead and bring up the brand new Tech, Kale, and Caulifla unit that came out. So if you look at their links, they share 3 links with this Tech Hit. Turbine Power, Warriors Universe 6, and Fierce Battle. Those are the 3 links that they share with Tech Hit. So the reason why they gave him this additional part of his passive is obviously because he's missing out on most of his links. Experienced Fighters, Cold Judgment, like these are 2 pretty big links. Infighter is another 15% attack link. Shocking Speed is not the worst thing to miss out on because it's just key in a little bit of extra defense. But it's especially this Cold Judgment and Experienced Fighters and Infighter links. Like this is 30% attack and 25% defense. That's a pretty big thing to be missing out on. And links are very, very powerful based on especially how this hit works. Links are really, really important for units who get most of their abilities on super attack. That's why Hit's defense can get super high post super attack, not only because of his super attack effect on this, but this Cold Judgment link is very important. So obviously on this team you're not gonna get Cold Judgment active with the same base, especially with Hit as a floater. So that's why they gave him this, so that he'll be much better as a floater, and he'll make up for the defense and the attack that he loses out. If you're going to have him on, say, Universe Survival Saga team next to LR God Goku and Hit, for example. Or, there's other Universe Survival Saga units that have Cold Judgment, such as, this Roshi and Tian. They're a pretty solid option for the Universe Survival Saga team. I feel like there's more STR Jiren has Cold Judgment. I saw there's more Cold Judgment units in Universe Rival Saga. Maybe I'm thinking of another link specifically. I mean, Margarita, she's not in the Universe Rival like Dimishi. I'm getting on a tangent here. She is, for example. Margarita is a very good unit. Just an example, a few examples. I swear there's more, but I guess not. But you guys get my point. Essentially, that's why they gave him this buff. People, again, misconstrue it and they believe, oh, if this unit doesn't have their full passive, they're bad and they're not working as intended, when sometimes it's not the case. Let's move on to another example I have. This Goten and Trunks. So, I feel like this Goten and Trunks is another unit that people feel like you desperately need another Goten and Trunks next to them in order for them to be good. And without another Goten and Trunks next to them, they're not like good, or they're not nearly as good as they are, which is definitely, I can see the case for not being really as good as they would be with the Goten and Trunks, because that's when they get the axe skill with guaranteed dodge. But to call this unit underwhelming or bad or anything like that without a Goten and Trunks, which I feel like I see a lot of people seeing, like they say you might as well not run them with another Goten and Trunks, and that's wrong. I mean, this additional part right here, this is highly evident that you're getting this dodge right here, which again, I definitely understand, but you have to realize how powerful this is to stats alone. 150% on super attack is pretty huge, considering these are two great chances for getting these 100% up to 100% start of turn, which I believe the math calculates as it evens out 50% to get both of them, which is like very, very good. And it's like a 10% chance or something along those lines that you get neither of them, which is a very low chance. It's a 70% chance to get them. And again, if you see right here, their attack and defense are calculated separately, so they get actually 400% attack and defense when performing a super attack, because their stats are pretty good, especially offensively. Defensively, I'll take 10k for like just a normal Dokkan Fest exclusive unit. 10k is probably the minimum. And again, they have an amazing link set. Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Prepare for Battle, First Battle. Like, these are good links. And they're on a lot of category teams. And they're a very good floating unit, I feel like I found, that you could just throw on teams. But again, people think that you need them, like, next to them at all times. Which, again, they do link pretty well. And another thing is that this guy is good. This guy is definitely still runnable. This Goten is not like the most terrible unit ever. Like, these are three very, very solid options. Especially this Goten right here is very powerful. I feel like people like act like this guy's really, really good, and they know he's really, really good until you bring up like Goten and Trunks, and then they just forget about him for some reason, which is really, really weird. It's very interesting, I guess you could say. And again, with this Trunks, I think these two Trunks are definitely very, very runnable units. The only issue with like this Trunks and this Goten, for example, is that they really, really want another Trunks or Goten, because that's how they get the additional damage reduction, and they're also not really slot 1 units. While compared to like these two right here, these two, once they get at least one super attack off, I feel like they're easily slot 1 units because of the 50% raise and the damage reduction and the support. Like, it's pretty good. So I don't know, I just feel like people think that these units that have character restrictions rely way too much on them, when in reality they don't. And it's really weird seeing people judge units like that. And I personally just want to highlight it and bring attention to it, because a lot of times not the case. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.